Last weekend, I grabbed a snack, dimmed my lights, and got ready to hop on to play something. There's no better feeling than after a whole day, or even a whole week, of anticipating that moment when you finally get to hop on your console or PC to play. But for some reason, that excitement doesn't last anymore, as once I sat down and turned on my system, I found myself scrolling on the menu having no idea what to play. And it's either that or once I do load into a game, that desire to play quickly vanishes. It's a feeling that is all too familiar, especially as you grow older. It's strange, isn't it? How something that once meant the world to you now feels draining? One of the most consistent sources of comfort and excitement now feel like an absolute hassle to do. This is something I found myself dealing with for years now, but lately it's been happening so much more, to the point where some days I don't even turn on my system at all. And based on what I've seen, this is a common occurrence for plenty of other people. I've seen this exact same feeling echoed in comment sections and even casual conversations where we reminisce on the good old days when video games haven't actually gone anywhere. Assuming you clicked on this video, perhaps you're looking for some answers as well, which is why today I wanted to take a deeper dive into why gaming has started to feel more like a chore than anything else. I've personally narrowed it down to a few main issues, and with each problem I will provide some solutions in hopes that you can finally rekindle that same feeling you've always had for video games. The first major issue, distractions. Let's be honest, life gets in the way sometimes. We get busier, days feel longer, our attention spans gradually decrease, and with so many things fighting for our time, it's harder than ever to fully immerse yourself in a video game. You finally turn on the game, but in the back of your mind, notifications, messages are unanswered, all of those assignments are due, errands you've been delaying getting done, they're all still there clouding your true desires. Gaming used to be that escape, but now we bring in all of our real life clutter into the experience, which taints how you feel about it. Those things left unfinished, they're not going anywhere. And until you decide to get them done and start making proper time, you won't get your full enjoyment. Maybe you will, but some people's brains aren't wired that way. I know mine isn't. There were times where I'd boot up a game I was genuinely excited about, like weeks of me anticipating this moment, but 15 minutes in, I'd quit. It would happen so much, I started to actually catch on to the reason behind it. I couldn't enjoy a single second knowing I had so much left to do. I mean, I've stopped playing games entirely for weeks at a time because I knew I'd hate it. And when I finally had time to be productive, I would still choose not to, and that would only further push back my ability to play and enjoy these games. And it would leave me in this downward spiral of just unproductive and unenjoyable days. Now, the solution isn't really complex, though it can sometimes be easier said than done. Get it done. Video games, at the end of the day, are a privilege. You need to set time aside to fully enjoy this gift, which means you shouldn't have to think about certain responsibilities while taking a break. And the best way for this is to get everything done that you need to do first, and then you could start to actually feel accomplished enough to earn that fire-ass game session. But let's say you actually do have free time to play. No distractions, nothing weighing on your mind. I'm talking you want to have fun, you're ready for it. But only a few minutes later, you're already switching games, or you're already bored and reaching for your phone again. We've all experienced this. Sometimes the problem isn't the game, it's you. Now, I actually think that there are two potential explanations here, one of which I'll mention later. And within this first point, there are a few reasons why we quit too soon. But for now, let's focus on the first. The first reason here is you might not actually be playing the game long enough. Just like any other game, movie, show, or book, things take time to cook. They take time to get good and to fully immerse you. And if it doesn't grab you right away, it doesn't mean you should quit immediately. And that's especially if you've already been in a gaming slump. I'll confess right now that I am guilty of doing this many times. I'll load something up and before the prologue even ends, I'll feel tapped out. Now, why does this happen? Why are we actually not playing long enough? Why do we get bored and quit fast? Well, Game Pass is a big factor for me. Because of the fact that I have the option to play hundreds of different games, my mind will often think that if I don't like a certain game right away, I can try another one. Another reason this happens is because whenever I browse for a new game, I like to hear about it or see reviews from other players. And what this essentially does is I'll hear about all these good things and I'll create this perfect image of the game in my head, and I'm essentially just becoming a hopeless romantic but for video games. And if it isn't exactly what I envisioned, then it will kill my excitement before I've even had the chance to get immersed into what the game actually is. It takes time to get the full enjoyment out of things. Chances are the last game you got hooked on for real wasn't instant either, but I'm willing to bet that you don't regret giving it a fair shot. The fix is simple. Commit, pick a game, and tell yourself you're going to play it for at least an hour or so before you make any judgments. Try to let your brain settle into it and get used to the gameplay. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of time and effort, and you'd be surprised how often the fun just starts to show up. But here's the thing, sometimes it's not that you're not playing enough, but it's the opposite. You've been playing too much, or chasing so much dopamine from other stuff, and this is where the second explanation comes into play. Your dopamine receptors and brain are simply just fried. Nothing feels fun anymore, and when that happens, you can no longer enjoy anything to the extent that you typically would. And this goes deeper than just video games. You've reached a point where you constantly need something overbearing or overstimulating happening to even stay the smallest amount of engaged. When you get to a loading screen or are waiting to respawn, you need to check your phone or watch a quick TikTok. This point might not even be that you play too much, but more of a you cooked your brain to a point of no return, to where even a few seconds of nothing is uncomfortable for you. Obviously I'm exaggerating, you can come back from this, don't worry. What I would probably recommend here is a detox of some sort, whether it's lowering screen time on devices or cutting out video games for a week or two and just see what happens. It is very situational for every individual, so it's important to find out what it may be for you. This is something that I have personally experienced as well, and for me, I think it comes from wanting constant stimulation. I treat any loading times or respawn times as an opportunity to go on my phone and multitask something, whether it's reply to a text, email, or literally scroll for a few seconds before I hop back in the game. But I never realized how brain rotting that was until I actually put it into perspective that I was grabbing my phone at least once every 2 minutes. Because of this, the hobby of mine that used to be considered my wind down time ended up being the most mind-numbing thing. Spend some time off that constant stimulation, and when you come back, you'll notice something crazy. Things start to feel new again. You actually start to miss gaming, and that's the point. But it is very possible that none of these issues apply to you in any way. Maybe even after you take a break and step away for a while, you turn on that game and you still feel empty. You're bored, and not like the something distracting me bored. Not the my brain is fried kind of bored, but the pure I don't even care about this anymore kind of bored. Now, does that mean video games just don't hit the same for you anymore? Not necessarily. A lot of the time, it's simply because you've been playing the same games or the same genres for so long that your brain just doesn't have anything else to latch on to. This doesn't even have to do with the quality of the game, as even the best of games can feel dull when you know what to expect from them. The first thing I can recommend in this scenario is to switch it up. Not, oh, if COD isn't hitting, go to Valorant, but try new genres entirely. You can dive into RPGs, platformers, puzzle games, horror games, and so on and so forth. Your brain loves novelty. Exploring new scenes will give your mind a fresh hit of excitement or curiosity. All it takes is one impulsive download or purchase at a time. Or maybe if you strictly play multiplayer games with friends, try and immerse yourself in a solo experience. About 6 years ago now, Resident Evil 7 was on sale, and both me and my friend bought it. Fast forward, and I absolutely love horror games now, and Resident Evil has easily become one of my favorite series of all time. All it took was that one playthrough, and I found myself binging a handful of the other games, which occupied me for months. Other times, it isn't always a need to change the games themselves rather than changing how you play the games. Sometimes you need to just get out of your comfort zone and choose a different class setup, a different role or build. Games offer so much content, and maybe the reason you get bored is because you limit yourself to playing the same way every single time. Something I always go to as a last resort if it is a boredom problem is play Minecraft alone. I mostly play it with friends, but starting a world on my own is a different feeling. And Minecraft has always been one of those old faithful games packed with so much nostalgia anyways. Speaking of nostalgia, finding that spark again won't always mean going elsewhere, but going back to the games that you once loved and rediscovering what made them so special to begin with. And that's the thing about classics. They're like an old friend. The moment you finally reconnect with them, it's like nothing has changed. You have to think about going back to the games that you played overnight with friends, the ones where you faked being sick to play, the ones that got you in trouble at school because you chose not to do your homework. Maybe for you it was Mario Party, Minecraft, Skyrim, Halo, whatever it was, there was a reason you loved it, and that doesn't just disappear without reason. Once you're there, you'll find that it wasn't only nostalgia waiting for you, it's the same quality feeling of excitement, the I can't wait to play energy. To expand on what I was saying earlier, maybe games don't feel the same right now. Maybe you do need a break, a change, or return to old favorites. But at one point, video games meant something to you for a reason. Maybe an outlet for you to disconnect, or even an outlet to connect with people you care so much about. But don't panic. The excitement, the joy, that I can't wait to play energy, it never left. You just have to find it again.